Yep, we be.
Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. The name's Defender, and welcome back to more Final Fantasy II. Previously, we actually managed to score a victory against the Empire by successfully taking out the Dreadnought. Of course, lots of other people died to get us there, so, give and take. We have been assigned our next quest from the King, before he also passed away, to find the Dragoons. However, they're all dead. Apparently. So, we only really have one option, and right now it's to find a pendant to talk to the last wyvern, so hopefully they can tell us something. I sure hope this doesn't end in a dead end, otherwise we're gonna be out of ideas. Yes,
Surely
things are
not.
not going that great.
We'll fight and we'll win. Maybe.
I sure hope so.
We will certainly fight.
But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well on this Sunday morning. How are you doing, Flagninja?
Fantastic. Having a good time. I've been actually taking a break from streaming this past week, and possibly this coming week. But that's because I've been busy.
Busy with what? Or is that, like, top secret?
No, I've been, trying to go through a, sort of a coding course. Trying to brush up on my skills.
Always a good thing.
Yeah, I've been approaching Python from a back-end development perspective, and wow, it's really good for that. It's almost like that's what it was designed for, and trying to make it do front-end application development things is like not as great. College professors, take note. Stop trying to make us do front-end Python. But they won't.
I know very little about coding, so I'll take your word for it.
Python's really good for data manipulation, and it's very good for, like, scripting. And it's very intuitive. Oftentimes I'll be like, hey, can I do that? Will that work? And then it just works, and it's great. We love it when it just works.
Somewhere Todd Howard in the distance, it just works.
Yes, except it actually works.
Oh, that's not good. Well, we found that pendant we were looking for.
Oh boy, a corpse! Yippee!
Again, it's always give and take in Final Fantasy II. Yeah, I would say in terms of, like, overall progression, we're probably, like, around the halfway point. Again, being a game from the 80s, you know, its length was derived from, you know, being grindy and that kind of thing, which was the style at the time. Do it like this.
Ugh. Getting hit should wake you up.
It should. I think it has, like, a high chance of doing so, but it's not guaranteed.
It does in 14. You can get put to sleep, but any kind of damage will break it.
Oh, I found a blind tome. Alright. I mean, I guess that's cool. Let's go this way first. Ah, it's another one of these guys. Thankfully, we're prepared this time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these enemies were put here to punish players who didn't invest in magic mastery, which, on the one hand, I understand. You know, you want to make sure that your characters are well-rounded and all that, but it feels like they could have done it in a more elegant fashion, but maybe that's just me.
Packs a punch. Treasure.
We got some revenants. They're pretty much like all the other undead, except they're, like, yellow flavored.
And were they healed by the thunder? They're healed.
I think so. Yes. That's right, even though they're casting magic that's a higher level than what we have, it's pretty piddly. Alright, no more of that.
Stab them to death.
It's just kind of sinking in. There are a lot of undead enemy types in this game. It's like we're always fighting zombies or, you know, other undead creations.
A ghast, a wraith, a ghoul, shadow, 2 shadows.
Got some mithril armor, although I think we've already bought that. Yeah, that's just worse. Just worse. Just worse. Alright, well, we have it, I guess. Got a mithril helm. Worse. Same, worse. Oh, that's a dead end. I totally thought that there was a path down that way.
I think you can go around the top though. So, ooh, 2 Vilgiuses. This might be fun.
You know what? These guys are going to be such a drain on my resources, given the system, you know. They're worth relatively the same amount of experience and all that, or in quotes, for defeating them. So it's like, let's just spend our resources more efficiently.
Makes sense.
Discretion is the better part of not dying sometimes. Oh boy, monsters in a box. Oh, we got green souls. Well, I mean, considering we got that preemptive strike, even though we opened the monster box, so they definitely should have surprised us. We didn't get to see them do anything.
They were in
got
the
a
middle...
mage's staff.
Ooh, they were in the middle of a poker game, I think. See, that's what it was. And then we interrupted. I think there's one more chest down in the bottom.
You know how this goes. We're just... No, I'm not gonna play your game, alright? I mean, I'm gonna play Final Fantasy 2, but I'm not gonna play with you two. Yeah, let's see. Looks like we gotta come around from a different area to get to there. Which is fine. So I know we were talking about this last session, but how is Helldivers 2 going?
Pretty well. They've fixed a lot of the network issues, in fact, so I haven't seen any issues connecting or staying connected, which is good. We are slowly losing against the robots, and the bugs are pushing hard, but we are holding the line and even gaining a little ground. The war goes well.
That's always good to hear. I got a mithril shield, although I think we also already have those. Yes. Better for... Huh. Oh, that's your favorite hand. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that should be better. Alright, cool.
If it sucks, hit the bricks. Real winners
that is
quit.
That's pretty much what we're doing here. And with great success. As I wanted to say before we were rudely interrupted by Hillgaigas's, it sure seems like Helldivers 2 came out of nowhere. I mean, I don't think anyone was expecting it to be as successful as it is.
Certainly not the devs, no. That's why they didn't design it to accommodate that many. But, like, compare this to Diablo 2 or Diablo 4's like horse armor. Wow, $65 for horse armor. Or you could get both Helldivers 2 and Palworld. Or you could get a horse cosmetic in a AAA game. Like...
such a hard decision.
Right? Like, a banger game for 40 bucks. It's just, it's not even... You can't expect people to... Oh, I'm gonna do a AAA... Because we're being handed crap by the AAA development folks, so... And, like, Helldivers is so enthusiastically what it is. Like, it's... You have to worry about, like, people's bouncing off of the game, you know, because of the themes or the whatever. Helldivers 2 is very... Like, if you've seen Starship Troopers, right?
Yes.
You know what Helldivers is about then. Like, it's the same... It's like they took Starship Troopers and made it a game. Kinda. Not really, but like, the vibes, the themes, democracy, you know. And I don't think a AAA development team would be willing to, like, do that. Given the reading comprehension of people on the internet.
Right. Jumping back to the horse armor, I think that's why I've always been kind of immune to those kinds of practices, just because thinking strictly about the dollar values, you know, like you said, I could get horse armor for 65 bucks, or I could get 2, like, brand new games, really good games for that amount. Or, you know, I could just peruse the Steam sale section and get, like, 7 or 8 great games for that kind of money. It just, the math ain't mathin'.
It does not math. Although, regarding the Steam sales, did you hear about the scam recently?
Yeah, where they were, like, trying to... Or, like... I don't remember who, but they were creating, like, fake copies of popular games.
Yep. And what's worse is the Steam keys for those games will still work. So if there's like apparently there's like sites where you can buy like a bundle of random Steam keys. So, I mean, don't do that. Like that seems like a bad idea. But now it's a worse idea because you could get. Ooh, look, it's a key for Helldivers. Oh, just kidding. It's a key for.
It's malware.
It's malware. Yeah. Like, no. That said, Steam did, like, immediately nuke the games from orbit. So, I'm glad to see that they're taking a proactive approach to this and zapping it once they've identified the problem.
Yeah, that's always good. For all of their other faults, Valve does do a good job of, like, keeping Steam up to date and trying to get rid of, you know, scams and that kind of thing. Alright, well, I remember my lesson from last time, so we're just gonna, you know, use copious amounts of violence.
Yippee, violence.
Got an acid vial. Deals poison damage. Alright. Yeah, I would totally be playing Helldivers too, but unfortunately my PC is kind of a toaster. I've had it for, I guess this will be the 7th year I've had it, which, you know, in technology terms is ancient.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
It's part of the reason why I've kind of always stuck to playing console games, because, you know, it's... The developers have to make their game for the system, which I know sounds kind of weird, but given how variable, you know, computer processors and graphics cards and all of that, there's significantly less variance in, you know, a home console. So either your game works on the system or it doesn't. Yes, they can be optimized to different levels, but it feels like it's more in the developers' hands to make their games run well on a home console as opposed to a computer. Since, again, there's just so much variance and customizability for computers.
That's true. It also means that developers can be, like, when you have a developer making a piece of software for a computer, oftentimes you can get away with being lazy in certain parts of your code because you can kind of figure, but their machine's probably just strong enough to bowl through it. And I feel like that's a bad practice, you know? You should try and make it so that your code will run on a toaster as much as you can. Like, it's not always possible, but you widen your audience that way, and it's just good practice, you know? The less resources your program takes up, you know, the less things that can go wrong.
Yeah, you know, you got, like, modern Call of Duty, just on every system is like 120 gigabytes, and I understand that, you know, compressing things is a different process, but it's like, that's just too much.
It's too much. That is inexcusably large.
It's like, what do you need all those gigabytes for, anyway?
Mostly it's like images don't compress well. So that's the thing. Everybody's been chasing graphical fidelity, and you're gonna bloat your game. That's just don't do it.
Yeah,
just make
and it's
the
also
graphics
like, you know,
good enough.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Let's see what the other door has. I think it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. Well, it's got a fight. And it's like, I understand to some degree why developers chase that kind of super realism or try to be as realistic as possible, because it's like, wow, look at how well we can emulate the real world. But the real world kind of sucks. Like, you know, nobody can do the things in video games that we can do in the real world, and it's like, you know, you gotta pay taxes in the real world. You want to emulate that? Is that what we're trying to copy here?
Sometimes
No,
they do.
They do. But it's like, I vastly prefer the, you know, more fantastic. I don't need something to be realistic for it to feel real to me, you know? I want to care about these worlds, but it's like, paradoxically, if you're trying to make things look too realistic, you know, you encounter a funny glitch or something that just doesn't add up, it's going to take you more out of the experience. But if it's trying to, what's the word that I'm looking, I guess,
Less real and more believable.
yes.
Like, let me engage with the game on its own terms. You know, let me suspend my disbelief and, you know, like, let it, you can engage with the game on kind of its own, meet it at its level. Chimera. Ooh,
Oh,
4
great.
chimeras. Place 7. Oh.
Alright, that was a very bad start.
You get shells when you haven't done.
Let's see. Let's start with protect for those physical attacks. Got shell for magic. Heal because you're dying, and you can just attack.
No berserk.
No, we'll
Yeah,
get our
because-
defenses up first. We can't do anything if we're dead.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I like that the boss fight is 4 chimeras at once.
It's definitely cool, but apparently, the amount that you face is actually random. It could be anywhere from 1 to 4. So as you can see, we got very unlucky.
Ah.
This is just gonna be a heal turn. Still under the effects of Berserk, right? Yes, okay. Just the red aura was not taking precedent.
Yeah, it's really just a question of can you beat them down before you run out of MP?
I think so. Okay, that's 2 down.
So hopefully the incoming damage should be less. And now,
Yes. This, yeah. Oh, that's a nice crit. Alright, just 1 left.
yeah.
Alright. Those are some fine level ups. And we got some money.
Quite a bit
All
of it,
right.
too.
The life spring is awash with a soft light. So yeah, technically, once we got the pendant, we needed to go back to the castle so that we can actually talk to the wyvern, but figured it was good to just, clear the boss out first, and then we'll come back. Might as well just try and use the last of our MP so that we can get some levels for it, because I'm definitely going to use a cottage before we go back in. But yeah, I guess in terms of games that I've been playing, I recently just finished Yakuza 0. It's excellent. Can highly recommend that one.
Very nice.
Let's see. I've also been playing the demo for Unicorn Overlord. I'm not sure if you've heard of that game.
I have not. Interesting. Unicorn and Overlord are not names you normally see together.
No, it's very distinctive. It's developed by Vanillaware, if you know who they are.
What else have they done?
Let's see. They've done Odin Sphere, 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. That's their most recent work.
I haven't heard of any of
Dragon's
these.
Crown. They have a very distinctive art style. Like you see a Vanillaware game, you would immediately recognize it as a Vanillaware game.
Oh.
Yeah, Unicorn Overlord is a pseudo combo turn-based real-time strategy game.
Huh.
You would think, looking at it, smacks of Fire Emblem, which is a clear inspiration, but it definitely puts its own twist on things. It's been very interesting. It's supposed to come out next Friday at the time of this recording, March 8th. So,
Ooh.
yeah. But yeah, thanks to the pendant, we can actually talk to the wyvern. Now we can start asking questions. Ricard. Ah. Wyvern egg.
Oh.
Yeah, there's fortunately not much we can do. All we can do is just take the egg to the life spring. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, that's why I wanted to take the boss out, because it's guarding the life spring. Thankfully, it will not come back, at least I'm pretty sure. Even though I played this game for the first time a couple of months ago, I do not remember a lot of it. But to be fair, I was playing a lot of the other Final Fantasies as well, so it all just kind of blurred together. But I mean, if it does come back, you know, we'll just crush it again like we did before.
It will simply explode. You're almost out of mana, though. In fact, you are
Yeah,
out of
I'm
mana
gonna use a
couple.
cottage before we go back into the cave.
Okay.
That's what they're there for. Alright, let's go right back in. Let's see. We didn't go the southwest path last time. I'm pretty sure... Even with a preemptive strike, I'm still not fighting you. It's just not gonna happen. Alright, what's in the box? An ether. That'll come in handy.
Oh, you can use more mana.
Yeah. You know what? Fine. It's one of you. I'll take the bait. I'll do it. I mean, you're not gonna like how this ends, but I will do it. Alright. Let's see, keep getting that cure magic up. Ah, more macaroni and cheese souls. I found a battle axe. Unfortunately, I think it's weaker than the mithril axe that we have.
Hey, it's free money then.
It is. Let's see. Are there any games coming out that you're looking forward to?
Not at the moment. I just got a bunch of new stuff. Right, like Islands of Insight came out. There was a look at my Steam library real quick. Yeah, Helldivers 2 came out. I got Astro Deer, got Islands of Insight. You know, I just picked up a bunch, so I'm set for a while.
Yeah, letting the backlog grow too big is a dangerous thing.
Yup.
Although, if we're being honest with ourselves, everyone's backlog is too big.
Yeah. It's just the nature of Steam. If I ever meet somebody who, like, doesn't have a backlog of, like, oh no, I played all these games that I bought them and then I beat them and I'm good, you know? If I ever meet anybody who's done that to their whole Steam library, I will be suitably impressed. but not me. I have so many. I have games in here I've never even launched.
Such as...
Oh man, I don't know. Let's see. I have to scroll pretty far down the list. What's the Expendabros? I have that. I have a thing called Hide and Shriek. I have Destiny 2.
I played Destiny 2 for a little while.
All kinds of stuff in here. Now, this is interesting. I have no recorded activity of some, but then it does say last played 2014. Wow, a decade ago. Huh. Ooh, Spelunky.
Spelunky's really good from what I've heard.
It is. It's also very difficult. Oh, ukulele as well. So much stuff in here.
Despite my affinity for 3D platformers, I've never actually felt inspired to play ukulele, even though it was made by some of the same people who, you know, made some of my childhood favorites like Banjo-Kazooie. Just, I don't know, it never spoke to me. I don't really know if I could explain it better than that.
Yeah, I mean, I got it, and I was like, yeah, I'll play this, and then I just never did.
Oh boy, monsters!
Oh boy.
Oh, that's an interesting configuration. I almost said conflagration, but that's definitely not right.
Not yet. It's not. But if we light them on fire... Oh, no, they're weak to ice magic, huh?
That's correct, yep.
Hard to burn a turtle.
Got some knight's armor. Armor given only to knights. Alright. Whose defense is the... Your defense is the... Your defense is also bad. Got a Saint's Spirit. I think we already got one of those.
What does it do? Oh, wait.
Maximizes Spirit. So I think it's like a buff that increases your Spirit, which boosts your ability to cast white magic.
Oh.
Got a Flame Bow. Unfortunately, this does appear to be a dead end, strictly for treasure. So...
The dungeon, once more, with feeling.
Yep. Let's see.
More Zombonis.
Yeah, and this, we can turn into a conflagration. You'll love to see it.
Explode.
I will say the Hill Gygases are definitely good opportunities to increase your magic levels.
Spam that magic. Wow.
Alright, if you want a rematch, I'll give it to you. Just note that to however many other Hill Gygases I've vaporized, the end's gonna be the exact same for you. I think we didn't even bother. Really? Okay, apparently everyone's gone home and it's only just Hill Gygases now.
See, because we left them alive on that first run, so they've spread out.
That is true.
We've taken over the dungeon. They're home now. Nice. Another victory over the undead.
Just another day on the job. That's fun. Okay, so this is kind of a dirty trick. Don't cross the bridge, because if you do, it'll snap, and you'll plummet into that path that eventually led us to that huge room of treasure on the bottom floor. In other words, it's just a huge time waster.
If you're going through here for the first time and you don't know, and you take the bridge, it does lead to the wrong... Well, you actually want to go the wrong way first, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not so bad. But
No,
if you know
it's
what
not
you're
the
doing-
worst thing that this game will do to us.
Oh no. Fear.
I do like all of the HP upgrades we're getting. That is very nice. We got mithril gloves. Everyone has or has something better. You again. Oh, I found Giant's gloves. Gloves that enhance strength. Does reduce my evasion by a bit. That might be alright, though. Yeah, it's probably alright. Got Mithril Mirror. Mirror that guards against magic attacks has the same effect as Wall. Okay.
We love a good itemized spell.
Yeah. At least hopefully by the time that we're done with this place, we will have gained enough stats to where we can go to other places of the world and not die horribly like we did last time.
There is that. This is why I try not to skip fights as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm definitely of the same mindset. Of course, there are some fights that just suck to play against, and so like this one, as an example. Honestly, I'm kind of grateful to see these enemies, because it means that, at least for one fight, we can just, you know, all spam our attacks and be pretty okay. I found another wing sword.
Ooh.
Sweet. Alright, you know what? Leela, you can have it. Whoa, ho, 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 nice.
Oh, that's a big attack bonus.
Now we're cooking. Man, I don't know why the undead have so much cash, but they do. Alright. In you go. Alright, well, with that taken care of, we should go, port on our success.
You got it, Darkin. Wee-hoo.
Yeah, that was, just an inevitability, unfortunately. Well, at least, I guess in a sense, the Wyverns will continue to live on, but Dragoons are dead. So, unfortunately, not really sure where to proceed from here. I guess we just need to go back to Altair and report to the king, or like Queen Hilda, that we're gonna have to do this ourselves. I mean, granted, we've been doing pretty much everything by ourselves, but, you know, now we gotta do it even more so. However, we are definitely very tired, so we should patch ourselves up first.
Yippee.
Actually, before we go anywhere else, let's save on the overworld. That's better. Alright. Huh. Right. Okay. What is happening? I'm glad that Gordon's doing well. I guess we should go look. Hello, Hilda.
What?
This is sudden. Wait, what? Oh!
Aha.
An imposter, the Lamia Queen. From what I remember, this is a pretty obnoxious fight. Because of that, charm. Everyone loves a charm status effect, and by everyone, I mean no one. Thankfully, we got lucky, and it wore off real quick there, but we're gonna want to take her out very quickly before everything falls apart. Could try Basuna, but I don't think it's going to be a high enough level for this to work.
Worth
Plus,
a shot.
it'll just... I'm sorry?
Worth a shot.
Yeah, let's try. We'll see. Actually, that might have just helped us.
Oh, nice.
Alright, Sure. Alright. That definitely has the potential to spiral out of control, but thankfully we managed to, not have that happen.
See, Basuna leveled up.
Palamecia. Oh. Alright, sure. Gordon has rejoined the party.
Nice.
Alright, that was an interesting little escapade. But we know that the princess isn't here anymore.
Rescue time.
Forget, what weapons are you proficient in, Gordon? Oh yeah, we gave you the, mage's staff because we got lucky and got it as a drop, so... Alright, you're back to that. Although, what is this bronze shield nonsense? We could do better than that. Yeah, this is good. Alright. Before we do that... Yeah, get that cure level up. Alright, well, we gotta rescue Hilda. Again. But not before we take a quick nap. Go ahead and save. Let's see, so Palamecia is our destination. And we can find it in that, big desert area. Southeast. Just need, like, a good place to disembark. Also... could also employ a chocobo walk. We're already going this way. We'll sail. What magic do you have, Gordon? You have Blizzard and Cure. Alright, that's good. It'll serve us well. Like paralysis, which is annoying, but at least it looks like we're not, you know, instantly dying this time around, which is a net positive.
Yeah. Instant death is generally considered a, well, a bad thing. Is there ever a case where instant death could be? Yeah, well, if the enemies die instantly, that
Yes.
would be good. Or if you're like in a speed run, sometimes you want to die to reset your position.
Oh, okay, I just ran away. I mean, I'm alright with this. It's just funny.
We take those.
Yep. I know that the, like, Final Fantasy VI speedrun involves a lot of instant deathing yourself, so... That's fun, I guess.
Power of Blue Mage. Explode. That's 14. There's a self-destruct move you can learn as a Blue Mage from the enemies, and it's always fun to just be in like a city or other very safe area and then just blow yourself up and become a corpse.
Is it like a party trick?
Yeah, kind of like, I mean, you do actually, like, it does KO your character, but it's fun. Yeah, Blue Mage, great at parties. It's one of the main reasons to get Blue Mage, is the ability to blow yourself up.
No, you deal the most damage with your physical attack. You should, be hitting stuff, Furion. Apparently we're looking for, like, some big coliseum. That's where, Hilda's being held.
Pretty big desert.
It is. I mean, now that I think about it, like, most deserts in the real world are also quite big. I've never heard of a small desert before. Have you ever actually been to a desert environment?
Oh yeah. I've been to Death Valley even.
Oh, okay.
I've camped there. Most people don't realize about deserts is how cold they get at night. So everybody thinks of deserts as being really hot and really dry, and that's true. But there's extreme temperature shifts from day to night.
Because, yeah, there's no kind of real protection from, like, any winds that are blowing.
No, indeed. Real beautiful in a way, though. Just sort of a stark austerity. I don't know. I like the desert.
Yeah, there's, like, everything in the desert is there for a reason. There's nothing unnecessary. Everything has been specifically evolved or designed to withstand that kind of harsh environment. It's either you adapt or you die.
Yup.
I will admit, I do not remember the exact position of this Colosseum, but, a little wandering never killed us, aside from that one time where it absolutely did. But most of the time, it doesn't. Oh, I see. Okay. Good. So that little like outcropping right to the east of us. Ah, here it is. Okay. Well, we found it.
Ah.
All right, let's do this thing. Oh no, it's a trap. Who could have possibly seen this coming? Also, it's the Emperor.
Hmm.
Oh my. That's a big one. Actually, it's not just a big one. It's a behemoth!
Ooh, spicy. Yeah, the behemoth is the behemoth in 14. And it is sort of a world boss. It takes you need a group of people to fight it, and it lurks in one of the high level zones of A Realm Reborn.
It's a good thing these attacks are missing, because I'm pretty sure they would hurt a lot.
We take those.
Oh, that... Huh.
Or not.
Maybe it was because we only got hit once. We do have Blink engaged. Huh, that was actually kind of underwhelming.
The power of being overpowered.
We still got some good upgrades out of it, though.
Yeah.
But no money. We got gypped. This is your chance to slay the Ebb. Really? Are
Is
you
it?
sure about that?
Kick their butt. Oh no, you just get captured. Lame.
Yeah. Yes. A sturdy iron gate blocks the doorway. Yes, hello, I'm here to demand my one phone call. Hey, it's Paul. Well, thanks, buddy. Alright, well, that did not go according to plan, but really, we didn't have much of a plan, so I guess it makes sense.
Do you at least have your gear?
Yes, we still have all of our equipment.
That's good.
I love it when attacks bounce off my shield.
Yes, what the shield's there for. It's so delightful for things to work out.
Another battle axe. Oh boy, an antidote. I'm glad we went through all that for an antidote. I have encounters on, right? I do. I guess everyone's on their lunch break or something. Ah! Found an ether, a cottage, and an elixir.
Ooh.
Very nice. Fully restores a target's HP and MP. We're gonna wanna hoard those like they're going out of style.
The rare feeling.
Ah, here's where everyone is. Okay, they just didn't want to be on the ground floor. I see how it is. Hey, hello, Reaper of Chaos. We're glad to have you here. Hope your Sunday's going well. We're just trying to fight our way out of the Coliseum after falling for a very obvious trap in hindsight, but it's not like we really had much of a choice in the matter. And with that, we actually have our first party member who's broken 1,000 HP. You'll love to see it.
Your power grows.
Ugh, parasites. I guess just kill it. Real quick. going all right, thanks. Been since you streamed Sly Cooper and Thieves Raccoonus since I seen you. That was a long time ago. But those things kind of happen. No worries about it. I think. How are you? I'm doing quite good. I mentioned this in like the last session. I have not been streaming as much as I would have liked to, but that's basically been because at work, for legal reasons, I can't actually talk about it very much, but something very scary could have possibly happened, but thankfully we managed to avert it, so, you know, we can go back to things not being completely on fire, which is always good.
Through diligent efforts, the day was saved.
Indeed, that's actually more true than you might think.
Having worked in tech, in operations, no, I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, I've also just been, like, playing more games on my own time and not really worrying about, like, doing anything with them, you know, not thinking of future projects or, you know, potentially YouTube, Twitch stuff. Just playing a game because I want to do it. That's been really nice.
Just for fun.
Yeah. Because, you know, it seems like doing anything for fun these days is a completely foreign concept to a lot of people. You know, like AAA game developers. Who's play games for fun? We play them, you know, to grind out that battle pass and all that garbage.
Well, they don't play games, is the thing.
Yes.
The people who make those decisions aren't the people, there aren't people who play games. So they don't know what makes it good.
They're not gamers, TM. Well, actually, gamers, TM are kind of a problem, if you catch my meaning.
See, the FF14 team plays their own game. Like, Naoki Yoshida has a Lolliful Black Mage that he goes and enjoys the game on. So he gets it. He engages with these systems that are built. So it's good. He understands our struggles.
Glad you're able to avert it. Always good to do that. Why force yourself to do something you don't want to play? Indeed. And that's... Oh, you're an MP draining guy. Okay, I see how it is. You gotta go real quick.
It's like, wait a minute, that's illegal.
But yeah, that's always been my particular ethos with pretty much anything I've done on the internet. Just, I do it because that's what I feel like doing. Oh!
Uh-oh.
Excuse me?
Get one shot. Get one shot. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad.
What a load of garbage.
The wizard said, become Toad. Lol.
Ugh. And, like, it's weird because in later Final Fantasies, Toad just significantly reduces your capabilities. It doesn't, you know, prevent you from acting. Alright, let's try this again, I guess. Thank goodness for autosaves. I got multiple Berserk tomes out of that. I'm feeling pretty Berserk right now. I'll hold on to it. I'll hold on to the other one. Ugh. Play games only your viewers want, you kind of lose yourself. Play games you want, you may lose a viewer. I say there's a pretty good choice there. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's the sorcerers. It's not the magicians who did that to us. Well, I do like all of the magic tomes that we're finding. Oh, it's a wizard. Okay.
A wizard did it.
Just blame wizards on everything. More parasites, not that big of a deal. Let's see. I think we'll just... Yeah, we'll just go full throttle.
Maximum yeet.
Oh boy, death flowers. They sound nice and pleasant. But they are plants, so probably some good old fire magic will prune them.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I lost my train of thought wherever I was going before we all got toadified, so if I remember what it was, I'll be sure to bring it back up.
To be fair, turning into a toad is very distracting.
I agree. Fair. I generally just have so many thoughts they battle each other for who gets to say. Mostly food creations. That makes sense. Although, I guess by that comment, do you cook a lot, Reaper? Alright, Gordon's gone, but at least...
rescued.
Yes. So now we gotta get ourselves out of here. Oh!
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, we're gonna... Pretty sure... Level 3. Will this work? Boy, I sure hope so.
You know, it might be worth grinding up, your Asuna and Basuna spells.
Yeah. That's fine. One guy, we can survive.
Hey, wait. So since there's just one guy, spam out your, yeah, Asuna.
That is very true. Although the only, of course, the risk you run is that somehow he also gets break off, and then I'm extremely sad.
Yeah, that's true.
Being as we can't do that, thankfully, that's what golden needles are for. I think what we're gonna do is... Again, this is kind of one of the problems with Final Fantasy II, is that, you know, you have to grind your, like, status effect curing spells to actually be worth something, which just doesn't feel very graceful.
Yeah, that, like, I understand how it happened here, but I do think that is not a great feature. You shouldn't have to, like, you shouldn't be able to miss your allies with status curing stuff, you know?
Honestly, I usually keep it basic when I cook. I might try one of my ideas rarely, but not too often. Mainly dessert ideas anyway. Hey, that's always something. Alright, that's pretty good. Yeah, when it comes to me and cooking, if I'm following a recipe, I'm pretty good. But otherwise, like, I cannot improvise or come up with things on the fly to save my life when I'm cooking. Are you a good cook, Flag?
Oh, no. Oh, absolutely not. I can
Okay.
cook a few things well, but that's about it. There's like a chili from a mix that I do pretty good. There is a dessert I can make, a chocolate lasagna. It's pretty good.
What goes into a chocolate lasagna?
Crushed Oreos, cream cheese, Cool Whip, chocolate pudding, and chocolate chips.
Ooh, that does sound good.
It's very rich. It's a layered frozen dessert, but you can make like a big sheet of it at once, or a big dish of it, and then it lasts for quite a while, because it's hard to eat more than just a little bit at a time, because like I said, it is a very rich dessert. Very tasty though. I haven't had it in a while just because it's kind of labor intensive to make, so there basically has to be like an occasion or I won't deal with it. Hey, made it out.
We sure did.
Almost.
Yeah, let's get out of here before
Okay.
we somehow stumble into another trap.
So I see a city in the mountains. Right
We
there.
will handle that later, but for now we need to go back to Altair. I'm obsessed with oregano, best seasoning ever, says Reaper. Oregano's good, but I feel like maybe it's just my lack of experience showing, but it feels like oregano is not something that you can just toss into anything. It's got to be on the right thing to really make it stand out. But again, that could just be my inexperience. Oh, no, agreed there. Honestly makes pizza rolls even better. I couldn't imagine on steak, honestly. It can either be too much or be the right addition with regards to oregano. Okay, at least it's good that I have, like, the correct understanding. Thinking about it, what's the name of that seasoning that to some people tastes like soap? Is that cilantro? I think that's right. Cilantro, yeah, okay. I probably mispronounced it, but at least it's the right name. I'm one of those people who it doesn't taste bad to me. It does not taste like soap to me, which I'm grateful for, but I'm just kind of indifferent on it, which I understand is like a weird position to take. Again, because to some people it just tastes like soap. And people should not be eating soap. Tastes like soap and my mom is allergic. That is unfortunate. I think the only reason that I know that I'm not... It doesn't taste weird to me is because back in high school, we actually had like a little science experiment. Basically just a little taste test. We were studying... I think it was... like complications with the senses and that kind of thing, which was cool. I mean, biology as a course is always something that really interested me, but it's one of the things that I was not very good at, but I still liked the subject matter, which is very rare for me. Because it's either I'm good at the subject and I like it, or I'm bad at the subject and I don't like it. Oh, so we're trying to retake Finn. Okay, I guess we got fed up with all this failure going on. It was like, you know what, we're just gonna go for it. I admire the gumption. Let's see, we'll definitely want to restock on some cottages. Oh, I picked up a cottage somewhere. Well, that's alright. We'll get some more. We could always use some more. We actually now have the funds to start purchasing elixirs, but we're gonna hold off for just a little bit. We're all different. I believe when it comes to food, there is nothing wrong in your personal palate unless you're playing with salmonella. Yeah, no, salmonella is bad for everyone. Alright, save here. Alright, so who's ready to launch a counteroffensive? The rebel camp. Okay. Sounds good to me. Shush. Doesn't look like there's anything else here. Doesn't look like there's anything else to do, so, let's go stage a counteroffensive. Castle Finn. Place where it all started.
Spicy. But will this be the end?
Yeah.
Surely not.
No. Spoiler alert, no. But of course the castle is infested with enemies, although these seem like weaker enemies than what we've been facing, so might still be a good opportunity to keep upgrading our status curing spells. Another battle axe. Apparently everyone just carries battle axes in it. Oh, it's Leela. But first, it looks like there's treasure and other stuff to take, so we're definitely going to do that first. Then there'll be that one guy with a bow staff. What's that blue arrow on his head and the Avatar music starts playing? Sure, sure. You know what? At this point, it would not surprise me. You. Alright. Alright, one down. Alright, so unless these guys magically know how to cast Toad, I think we'll be okay. I got a haste tome.
Ooh. That doubles your attack speed, right?
Increases the number of attacks when used in battle. I've only really seen one Final Fantasy game. I think it was 7. Well, you're in good company because our good friend Flagninja here is very experienced in Final Fantasy 14, but he's not played any of the other Final Fantasy games, so as part of a bigger project, I'm working my way towards Final Fantasy 6 because that game is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. So I thought it would be fun to bring him along for sort of a crash course in the series. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I thought it was a great idea. But yeah, now that we have the combination of both haste and berserk, I think we're going to be pretty darn powerful. You know what? I should upgrade. I'm going to take a break from upgrading Isuna and Basuna and upgrade our life spells. Again, there's so much to upgrade. Not a ripple of imperfection mars the surface of this mirror. Well, I'm sure that'll be important for something later. Basically did that with my friend when he checked out Resident Evil 7. That game on its hardest difficulty is crazy. That's what I've heard. Did they enjoy Resident Evil 7? I hear that's one of the more explicitly scary games in the series. Let's go over there. Other door. Thanks to auto battle, I can grab a nice sip of water while we're slaughtering these guys. Normal, yeah, he really liked it. He got halfway into Madhouse, but didn't enjoy it too much. I find that, it really depends on which game I'm playing, but I'm pretty flexible when it comes to the difficulty. I am totally alright with, like, a lower difficulty if it just means that things flow better. On some games, especially those that I've played for a long time, I will play on the highest difficulty, or a higher difficulty, because I would like to still have some challenge, even playing games that I'm quite familiar with, but I'm not someone who's like, highest difficulty or it's not worth playing the game. That's just not a mindset I subscribe to. In fact, in some ways, I think playing on a lower difficulty can sometimes be more enjoyable, just because especially on the higher difficulties, sometimes you have to adopt... You have to be pickier about the strategies that you choose, since, again, you want to try to make sure you're going to make it through the game, and so that can kind of mean being more selective with how you play things. And on lower difficulties, you can be more free to experiment, and maybe something that doesn't quite work on a higher difficulty or isn't as good, you can use, because, you know, there's less pressure to try and find the dominant strategy to get you through the game. Ooh, look at all that magic level up. That's what we like to see. Ooh, treasure. Got a break tome. That's the stone, right? Yep. Got a toad tome and a death tome. Alright, Cure's level 7 for Furion. Very good. It's weird. Some of the enemies in this place... Wow, look at all that magic. Put up a pretty good fight. Others, not so much. It's very strange. Have I done a speedrun of a game before? I have not. I will admit, I generally prefer to take my time and kind of take in the world of the game that I'm playing. I really enjoy watching speedruns, though. They are endlessly fascinating to me. How about you, Reaper? Do you speedrun any games? Or, Flag, have you ever thought of speedrunning a game before?
I have thought of speedrunning. It's not usually my style. I'm usually too concerned about being thorough. But it is something I'd like to do. What game was it? The Messenger. I might speedrun. That's a very, very fluid game.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't submitted any runs ever, for sure. And I'd want to get a timer set up. That's the other thing. But it's definitely something I've thought about. Oh, 4 magicians. Oh, I know, they're magicians,
but
they're not wizards.
Yeah, they can still do annoying stuff, but I don't think they can turn us into toads. Or sap our MP. I guess if I ever were to speedrun a game, I think I actually have a pretty good candidate in mind. Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. Specifically the PlayStation 1 version, because that's the one that I've got. I think the reason why I would be interested is because there's not a lot of, like, out of bounds or any weird glitches that you gotta perform. I'm not one of those people who's like, actually, out of bounds, glitches, all that stuff, it validates the speedrun. No, that's just gatekeeping.
Well, it depends on the rule set.
Yes.
Like, usually, if you have a, what's it called? There's the main category and there's the extensions category, and usually if there's, like, some glitch that makes the run not fun, because that's usually what it is it's like, well, okay,
yes,
but you don't actually get to play the game if we do this, so we'll make this an extension category. I don't know. I think there's a place for all runs.
Yeah, I agree. But I think why I would want to do Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue, is that even in, like, the main category, there's no crazy movement tech or anything incredibly specific. It's just mainly playing the game smoothly and efficiently. And I think that's something that I could actually manage, so if I decided to do it, that would probably be my main candidate. Let's see.
100% categories are usually like that for me, which is why those tend to be my favorite. Because you have to
Let's
do
see.
more of the game, which usually means you can't skip as much of it with funny glitches.
Yes. That's fair. Honestly, the one game I've done a speedrun of was the Resident Evil 2 remake. Speedrun title, let's get the flip out of here. That's very appropriate. Yeah, a lot of strats kind of have you break the game a little too far. Final Fantasy is definitely a series where that happens. There is a guy on YouTube. His name is Dr. Swellman. He has multiple videos on RPGs. He's primarily an RPG speedrunner history guy. And there's a lot of wacky stuff that happens in Final Fantasy speedruns. If you've got some time, I absolutely recommend them. Money, more money. It does look like, at least for now, on this floor, that's all we can explore. So, finally make our way up. Strat in the RE2 remake, the first edition, there's an area that you can have a zombie pull you from a balcony and you'll float in the air. Use a stair rail to adjust your height. Then you go under a floor that breaks, and since you're under it, it pushes you under a map, and then you can skip 90% of the game. Those are always fun. I'm not really sure how people ever truly discover all of the things that you can do in speedrunning. I guess people are just very experimental, and they've got a lot of time. They just want to see how much they can, like, deconstruct the game to an extent.
Speaking of, hey, let's just try stuff, have you heard about Ganon Floor?
No.
Okay.
I assume this is something in a Zelda game.
So, Ocarina of Time speedruns, the any percent speedrun, has a thing called a Ganon Door, which is a wrong warp. There's like some memory manipulation you can do, and there's a lot of very precise inputs, basically, and you can kind of go through a door while you're also teleporting away, because you gained movement during a cutscene, and so you beat Goma, and you do this setup to leave the boss arena at the same time you teleport out after beating Goma, and it just teleports you to Ganon's castle, and you just, ta-da, you're done. However, we can do better. They figured out that there's a way to load a room without unloading it, by kind of coming from a loading zone without going, like, you go through a loading zone from one direction and then you get behind it again and then you go through it again. So if you do this a few times, it will kind of overflow the memory addresses of certain bits of dynamic floor collision and turn some of them into loading zones. And of course, one of those loading zones that you can do is Ganon's castle. So you go to Dodongo's Cavern, you load the first room of it, a whole bunch, and then you fall off a bridge, you go onto the floor, and you're at the end of the game. Ganon Floor. It's the new strat. Oh, but it only works when the time of day is night for some reason.
Interesting.
I don't know why, but it was discovered like completely by accident, which is, I mean, not completely by accident, but it's like somebody was just kind of messing around with, hey, what happens if we load this over itself a bunch? Because there's a way to do that. Does that do anything funny? Oh, it does. Oh, it lets us. Oh. Hey, anybody want to ask me for winning lottery tickets? It's like that's kind of what it was like. It's just lucking
Very
into
nice.
it. So good. And this is, I think, something that they found it only like a couple months ago. So, big things in the Ocarina of Time speedrunning category. Strategy. Not the words, come on. Community.
Community?
God.
Okay, alright.
What is my brain doing? Oh, that's cool, Reaper. Yeah, there was a bounty. I don't... You know what? I actually hadn't heard about the bounty, but that is what people who want a category to progress and they think it's stagnated. Sometimes they'll put out a bounty for new glitches or whatever. Like there was a Super Mario 64 glitch that I think we figured out was a cosmic ray flipping a bit because nobody could replicate it, and the distance, basically Mario got shot into the air in a very vertical level, and based on the distance and where and how, we think it was 1 bit flipped and adjusted Mario's position, and so it's not really something one could replicate. But there was a bounty out on that for a while. It seems like you're starting to specialize who has what buff skills.
Yes. If only because if we try to upgrade everyone, we're going to be here for a really long time.
True facts.
It's like, I get it. Technically, the most optimal thing is just, get everyone's magic up to that level, but I would like to continue with this project of mine sometime this year.
Well, the most powerful thing, sure. Optimal does imply, you have to factor in the cost.
Yep.
So, maybe it's not optimal. I mean, it's what I would do, though. I would farm everybody up, because I enjoy the grind and then becoming stupidly overpowered. What's the highest level of magic? 9?
16.
Ooh.
Yeah, and even with how much we're using like our cure magic and everything, we're not going to get close by the time we reach the end of this game. You do not need level 16 magic in anything to get to the end, which is a merciful blessing in my opinion.
It's not about needing it. It's about seeing big number. We love big number.
Yeah, the preciseness on these glitches is crazy. The backwards long jump being the craziest thing. I love how that's basically just the standard in Super Mario 64. It's like, it's not even that really surprising anymore. guarding the inn. Would they even let it...
Kill them.
You know what? Yes, let's do it.
Simply explode them.
They're pretty sturdy, I'll give them that.
Not very strong. He's not dying, but he's also doing like no damage. Oh, a toad tome.
Well, excuse me, sir, you're supposed to be dead.
Oh. That's annoying.
Alright, fine. I guess we'll, go somewhere else for healing. And it's like, yes, I know. Oh, right here. It's like, I have a cottage, but also, I could just heal and save it for later. Again, being optimal.
Yeah.
Go back outside and save. So yeah, once we clear this place out, the enemies will disappear. There's still some treasure to get, but I think we've done a pretty good job of making sure we're appropriately leveled for where we should be. So why don't we just kick this guy out and we'll plunder the rest of the loot later. Hello. It's Goltos. Being liquid in some spaces you needed to unlock first. Yep. I'm imagining God of War music for this dude. I could see that. Oh, is that the best you got? All of the buffs. Everybody gets buffs.
Nice.
No problem at all. All right, well. What's that? Oh yeah, he left to find the Ultima magic. Mysidia. Land of Mages. Mysidian Tower. Masks? The White Mask. Ekmet Heles. Whatever that means. Don't know the door's location, alright. Wait, the mirror calls wyverns? Oh, okay. The Ultima Tome. Paul. Well, yeah, he would know all of the nooks and crannies of this place. Alright. Oh! Alright. What's the magic that drove them back? Okay, so that's probably worth obtaining.
Ultima is in FF14. Not as a spell a player can cast, but oh, hello. There was some exclamation mark over there. Briefly.
Aha! Wait, hold on. Oh!
Ooh. But it is basically it's a magical nuke. You cast it and it deletes islands.
Hmm. Alright, well, we're still not done with the enemies, but funnily enough, I think we were actually supposed to talk to Paul, and he would tip us off that that's where the thing was, so my curiosity, and of course having played this before, kind of allowed us to avoid that. But thank you for pointing that out to me, otherwise I would have just, whoop, went right past it.
It like flashed up on the screen very briefly, and I was like, hey, wait a minute. Like, wait, that's illegal.
Magic Cart drowns. Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil. I mean, that's alright. I'm pretty sure that's something that everyone knows. Very tragic. But yeah, I make it a point to not play games blindly in anything that I do, just because, you know, there are some people, some of them do mean well, others are just jerks about it, but people like backseating. They like being able to tell people what to do. And I understand why some people are genuinely trying to help, others not. So I just got a knife. Just a plain old knife. But yeah, I figured it just simply avoids a lot of trouble if I don't play games blind. So generally the no spoiling thing is generally for the other people in chat, because they may not have played this game before.
Regarding no spoilers, right? Like, let's say somebody is making a guess. They don't know, and they happen to guess correctly. But you don't know, and they don't know. That's fine, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Because that always worries me, where, like, somebody will see something coming from foreshadowing or whatever and be like, ooh, hey, I think this is gonna happen. And then I've seen someone get told off for spoilers for making guesses, so you never know.
Yeah, I feel like it's usually, emphasis on usually, easy to tell when someone is like guessing, trying to see if they can predict where things are gonna go, and someone who's just telling people what's gonna happen next. Yeah, my friend will ask me, did you kill this person yet? And, like, he means well. We love talking about games, but I'm like, I was almost there. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
There's a lot of fun twists in FF14 that it's like you gotta be careful talking about the game, and so you have to use euphemisms and allude to things that you gotta talk in code.
Right.
The trick is, how do I convey where I am in the story, where you are in the story relative, and then like not give anything away. Which there's some notable points that people talk about. For example, a tea party. The tea party is notable. Where is it? When is it? Who's it with? If you've been to the tea party, you know. If you have not been to the tea party, you do not know until it is too late, at which point you are already in the roller coaster. You cannot get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. You're stuck here.
Oh, it's a brain? Huh, alright. Ah, the swap!
Oh, swap trades their health?
It trades your HP and MP stats.
Ooh. We don't like that.
No, not at all. I'm just imagining, what part are you on Dragon Ball Z? Oh, the part where they're screaming each other. Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows things down?
Yeah, because that's the trick. You can't be too vague. You've gotta give just enough detail to identify the correct spot, but without giving away the twists.
Got an ether. This way. Alright, now we get to go first. So 3 people have screamed before Goku. Oh, that episode. And I'm guessing that actually means something. I'm definitely aware of Dragon Ball Z. I've watched bits and pieces, but I cannot say that I've actually sat down and watched any of it. Honestly, you know what? Considering everything, I've probably watched more of Dragon Ball Z Abridged than I have of the real thing. It's honestly really good. Oh, and Some With My Friends Abridged is a masterpiece. Yep. The prime content. Not even worth using buffs on you. Got a Maiden's Kiss, which cures Toad. I love the original Dragon Ball from the 80s and 90s. Z honestly was pretty good. It's a weird transition in battle style is all I gotta say. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Pretty sure this has nothing in it. Yep. But you always gotta check, because, you know, sometimes, hey, there might actually be something here. Naruto has to be my favorite action anime. What's my favorite anime or show? In terms of anime, you know what? It's a classic, but it's a classic for a reason. Trigun. I think what I love the most about it is the combination. I love the design first, just futuristic. Punk Wild West is excellent, and I really love that it's a juxtaposition both between comedy and drama. I don't know, it feels like they managed to walk that tightrope of being able to be silly but incredibly serious without either side feeling like they take too much and without clashing with each other. I've heard a lot about it. I need to bump it higher on that watch list. I agree. You will not go wrong with it. Do you watch a lot of anime, Flag?
Not a lot of anime. Occasionally. There's... what's the most recent anime I've watched? Goodness, it's been a minute. Most recent one, I can't even remember the name of it. I like isekai stuff. There's a lot of isekai manga and anime. What was it called? I can't remember the name of it. The guy ends up playing like an evil guild leader character, and when everybody else logs out of the VR game, he sits there and is just like, no, I'm gonna go down with the servers, and ends up in the world. Or something like that. It was fun.
That sounds like something I've been looking for. A lot of anime feels like it's either too silly or just flat out strictly tension. Yeah, it's really hard to strike a good balance, because, again, if you tip too much to one side, you pretty much trivialize, the other side, so... It's definitely not something that, like, everything needs to do. If there's one thing you know that you can do well, you should try to stick to that. Obviously, making sure you're capable of being more than just that is good, but I find that lots of things attempt to try to appeal to literally everyone, and they just end up appealing to no one, because they're not good enough at specific components to really stand out in their field.
Yep. It becomes bland.
That sounds pretty hilarious and really familiar, the VR thing. The only anime I can think of is Sword Art Online for VR. I've definitely heard of that one.
Oh, Sword Art Online is good from what I hear. I've never seen it though. It's not Sword Art Online.
Slice of life genre is something I generally love, a balance of everything generally. Yeah, sometimes you just want something that's a little, you know, I guess down to earth would be the correct term, even though, you know, sometimes slice of life could definitely not be down to earth, but more, I don't want to say simplistic, more streamlined? It's not quite right. Apparently this is where they're stashing all of the killer mantises. Got a flame shield. A fiery shield resistant to ice. I'll take it. You have nothing. Let's see, in comparison to the other genres, it can be really connectable. A lot of the characters really put it in to make the story flow. Not that other genres don't do that, but a lot of the time I won't see some characters for a while in other genres. That kind of makes sense. The, like, connections are really important in the slice of life, you know, type of anime. Oh! Why, thank you. I'm still gonna kill you, but I appreciate it nonetheless. It's like walking outside and seeing all of your houses on your street. Imagine on some days a portion of those houses are just missing. Other days they're there. That's what I kind of describe that as. Yeah, it would be incredibly jarring. Let's see, then there's Animal Crossing. I come back to a whole new town each time I hop on. I guess in Animal Crossing, like, the variety is part of the fun, so that makes a little more sense to me. I'm gonna do it like this. We're just kind of sunk in. We've really fought a lot of undead monsters today, haven't we?
Quite a few. Just
Got a power staff.
Ooh.
What's that do? Ooh. A staff made for striking. Okay, so it's just big stick.
bonkin' stick. Heck yeah.
Again, though, this does kind of lead to the problem that we've already put all this time and experience in leveling up other things that, just seems a little silly. Give up all of those stat bonuses for just more raw damage. Variety's great in it. It's all fun and games, so you hop back on after not saving. Oh yeah, then you get an earful from Mr. Rossetti. Got some flame armor. Armor wreathed in flame. I feel like that would hurt a lot, but oh well. We'll use it. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Alright. You know what, quite honestly, I'm getting a little fatigued with all these encounters.
Oh yeah.
I've
been going for
I don't think anyone
3
would
hours.
say we're underprepared for this, so thankfully there's no boss fight up ahead, and we're already past like the 3-hour mark, so I would like to just get all the treasure in this place, get the last item that we actually need, and then just get out of this place.
Let's boogie. Game's like, no, you're gonna keep finding stuff.
Yeah, no.
But what if? Box of monsters.
Ah, bad breath. Oh.
Oh no. Well.
Well, okay, we just need to not get unlucky and have that happen, and we'll be fine. This is why we always make sure to bring a good supply of items with us. Oh, cool! Literally hit everyone with that.
That's so cool. We love that. We love that game. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is literally just going to be us getting lucky and have them not using this attack. That's the only way this is going to work.
Oh boy.
Okay, you know what? Let's... Gonna use Berserk, but no other buffs. We're just gonna try to maximize our damage. Yeah, see, we just got lucky that time. Boy, I hate encounters like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we got an Orichalcum. Knife made of Orichalcum that is effective against aquatic enemies. Alright, how much of a buff is it? Oh yeah, that's pretty good. However, my ability to evade stuff drops significantly. That's alright, we'll just go for the damage. Obtained the White Mask.
Woohoo!
Hilda was saying that will be one of the 2 masks that we will need to progress. We're gonna get out of here. There's still a little treasure left in the castle, so we'll go scoop that up. We'll go heal ourselves. And now that the castle has been restored, we can actually visit the facilities in town. Some giant's gloves. Treasure is 4. Okay. We just gotta find it, that's all. Obtain the Werebuster. That's an axe? Or did we already get something? Yes, it's just another one of these. Oh well. Alright, glad to see things are, at least mostly back to normal here. Gonna heal up. Let's see what we can avail ourselves here. Ah, it's Paul!
Woohoo!
Yeah, and that's where Paul will tell us where our treasure is. But thankfully, we stumbled across it, so... Go us. And revive people. See what equipment we can purchase. Those games where you get too many choices? Saved. No. More like under new management. Yep. Indeed. Weapons. Trident. You can purchase wing swords now. Also got the Werebuster again. Restock on items. Again, while we do have the ability to purchase elixirs, I have a sneaking suspicion we may need some cash for some, like, upcoming magic spells and that kind of thing, since it's been a while since we've upgraded ourselves magically. Spell, mini, fog, slow. Not really feeling it. Alright, so we've actually managed to strike another blow against the Empire. Then is ours once again. But, of course, not without great cost. But we have one of the two mystical masks and a new objective, to head to Mysidia. Wherever that is. But it's been quite a journey today, so I think it's a good place to call it quits. Even though I just saved a minute ago, I'm going to save again because, did I really save? Better make sure.
We don't know. We never know.
Alright, but yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you again for joining me, Flagninja. You stream as well, yes?
I do. I'm taking a brief hiatus, but I usually stream on Wednesdays and Tuesdays. But
All right, but yeah, you should definitely check Flagninja out. He's a cool dude. If you'd like to stay up to date on the things that I do, please consider following. But for now, this is the Defender signing out. See you later.
hey.